What's up, everybody? We're back again with episode number 44 of the Creased podcast. I'm half of the Creased podcast. My name's Trey. I'm here with Casita. What is poppin', dog?
What's going on? Coming off a very, very successful Air Max day, as some would say. Congratulations to Nike on that. But aside from that, what's going on, man?
Not much else than that. We appreciate everybody tuning in, checking out all the videos on Instagram, checking in for Air Max Day and everything. We hope y'all enjoyed all that. Hope y'all been enjoying the March Madness and everything that's been going down. I know I've been watching probably far too much basketball recently, but other than that, just ready to talk about some more kicks this week. So L meter. Let's jump right into it, bro. What's popping on the L meter this week? Anything?
Um, Almeida was kind of heavy as usual. Struck out recently on the clots.
No,
Those released on what day was that? Saturday, Sunday?
yeah, Saturday. I think my two big ones were the two Air Maxes, the clots and the bacons for
Yeah,
sure.
those are big ones to take a loss on as well. Wasn't really stretching that hard for the Stealth Fives.
Oh,
But
yeah.
did come up on the pre-days though, like I said I would. So we're happy about that. Shout out to my friends at Concepts. Aside from that, it was a quiet week, man. How about you?
Yeah, no, I didn't come up on nothing. To be honest, I only think I tried on those two things. I think I did not try for the pre-days when I said I was going to, so I'm a little disappointed in that. I think I just blanked and just didn't do it. But that's super dope that you got those. I'm very much looking forward to seeing you get those. And I know some people reached out and were like, "Oh man, we need to see those." So I'm gonna have to get an unboxing for sure on those. But other than that, my O-meter's been it was fairly stagnant this week. I honestly wanted those clots really bad, more than I wanted the bacons. So I was a little upset about that.
I think the clots were the big ticket item for this weekend. I mean, the Bacons, of course, they have their history and they were marketed to be that of the big ticket item for the actual day, Air Max Day. But I think the clots is what everybody wanted. The collaboration is just kind of timeless. So
One more L meter thing. Did you feel like we should have seen anything else for Air Max Day, or do you feel like they held up their end of the bargain on drops?
I mean, I think we're gonna get into it later in the episode, but there was a particular Houston rapper that was supposed to drop
Mhm.
in collaboration with Nike. I mean, not to take away from Nike's big weekend, but another L was the the foam runners.
Mm,
Easy. I kind of wish that I came up on the sand pair. I would have taken the moon gray as well, but
that's for sure an L.
yeah, that was a walking L. Just walking into it. So
I know.
um,
I gotta get a damn pair of those.
I just need one pair, man. Somebody had texted me over this weekend, just telling me how ugly the shoes were, and I can't believe anybody would actually go forth and try to get something like that. But I mean, you have to look beyond the aesthetic. I think it's still a revolutionary shoe, say the least.
And all those people saying that have not put their foot in it. But other than that, we can move right into what we do have for the week. So you want to kick us off with the kicks of the day this week?
Sure, man. For KOTD, I think I'm just gonna do something. I
Some
recently, yeah,
some light
yeah, something light, nothing crazy.
lion.
The undercovers. Uh,
You're hilarious, bro.
yeah, these are the undercover overbreaks released a couple weeks ago on the sneakers app. I got these from my friends at Concepts. This is the black colorway. Trey showed y'all earlier the cream colorway that he got early access from overseas, but this is the black pair. Exactly as you think it'd look like. Silver swoosh, black upper. They got like this Christian Louboutin kind of spiking going around it. Chaos and balance on the toe box on either one. White liner and speckled black with white speckle midsole to outsole. Of course, these are still DS. I haven't found a reason to wear these yet. Uh, but yeah, can't wait to actually wear them. I think this would be a great looking shoe with the right outfit. So this is my
That's a
case.
fire. That's a fire shoe.
And these are okay, man. These are
That's a
cool.
fire shoe. You don't see something crazy?
How's that?
My shoe of the day.
Uh,
That's how y'all know this is not scripted like that. But yeah, I swear to God, this was my shoe of the day. I only pick out one and it's sitting right here next to me, and this was my shoe. So that's hilarious that we both chose this for today. My shoe. I did do the unboxing video. I have not used this for my kick of the day yet, but yeah, this is the cream bear, as he was literally just alluding to. The other colorway that we've gotten to see that was released here in the States. You got the undercover by Jun Takahashi. So same thing, chaos and balance on either toe. Love the shoe. I think it's a really cool looking shoe. Definitely my fit. All of the colorways for this particular drop were my favorite of any of the overbreaks I've seen. So I thought they did a great job on this. Great. You can't really see the white speckle, but the white speckle is really hard on this cream pair. So I like that a lot. But yeah, man, I think that's great that we both picked this shoe for today out of random. But my kick of the day, cream overbreak by Undercover. Yes, sir.
what are the odds?
What are like literally out of all the shoes we have, we picked the same. That's hilarious. But we haven't picked like an exact same shoe that because we do own a solid amount of like the exact same shoes, and we haven't done that yet. So that's interesting.
Definitely. I mean, it'll come the day. You know, we like to keep our.
We both got good taste.
Yeah, we both got our own tastes. You know, sometimes they do overlap, but you know.
Right. So definitely let us know what y'all are rocking. Hit us up in the comments below and just tell us what y'all got for this week, and let us know what y'all think about our undercover overbreaks. Go check out the unboxing video. That one's super dope and running it up as we speak. So we can jump right into the episode though. First segment of the day, fresh out the box. We got a couple things to talk about here. This first one's going to be a little lengthy, so let's get into it right away. We got 4 different rappers, 4 different shoes. So we'll start off at the top with probably the biggest news over the week this past weekend is in relating to shoes. I would say probably was after post Air Max Day was definitely the Lil Nas X Mischief Satan shoe. So my man and Mischief, a Japanese brand that we've seen before, came up with no, I'm sorry, they're based out of Brooklyn if I'm not mistaken, but they teamed up and made a Satan shoe. It's an all black Air Max 97. They wrote like 666 embroidered on the back heel in red. It's got a Bible verse that the verse is from when Jesus kicked Satan out of heaven. So like they went super deep on this whole thing. And, you know, Mischief is known for the Jesus Walks Air Max 97 they made, which they used water from the Jordan River and put it into the Air Max unit below the all white 97. So they got a lot of hits for that. I looked on their website. I think that shoe sold for like, they were selling it for like $1,650. And it's literally an all max, an all white Air Max 97. So I think that's pretty interesting. But as we know, Lil Nas X is receiving, you know, not too good of comments coming to him. So I think, you know, it's kind of expected when you pull out some stuff like this, especially if you don't know the backstory about them making the Jesus one. So I think this is a really interesting concept. He did go on Twitter, trolled everybody, and said he had an apology. If you watch the YouTube video, it's set up like an apology, and it rolls right into his music video, which is right what you think that goes right along with this Satan shoe. So it's hilarious. I think he trolled everybody, and I loved it very much. The shoe is very interesting, and I think the one major point that I left off here was that they claim that there's a real drop of blood on every pair. So I don't know whose blood it is. I don't know why they did that, but what do you think about this whole situation?
I'm not down with any of that satanic type of shit. So like he can definitely hold that. Rumor has it the price is going for the actual like the title of the Bible verse. So the Bible verse, if I'm not mistaken, is Luke 10:18. So the shoe's going for $1,800. Excuse me, $1,018.
Right, I heard that too. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think the Jesus sandal was a lot cooler. Excuse me, the Jesus 97 was a lot cooler. I mean, using the water from the Jordan River was just unheard of at its time. This one around, I honestly doubt that it's real blood, and if it is real blood, that is absolutely disgusting. That's on Angelina Jolie type shit. Uh,
Yeah.
I just don't stand for it. It has the Santanic star in the middle of the lace locks. Yeah, I'm just not riding with none of that. Nonetheless, I mean, it'd be a cool shoe, all black with like red details if you put it like that. But minus all the satanic stuff, I just don't ride with it really.
Yeah, it's a little much on the demonic theme there. I wouldn't buy it for $200. I wouldn't buy it for $100. So I'm damn sure not buying it for a rack. Um, but yeah, I think you're right. I think the Jesus ones were like a really cool concept, and maybe they just didn't do enough here for me to think it's interesting. But I think it would be really hard to win people over on that one, regardless. But we can jump into the second one. We talked about a recent Mr. Bad Bunny dropping an Adidas Forum low with the buckle on it. We saw the coffee shop pair that was all brown and whatnot. This one's going to be an all pink version of the Adidas Forum low buckle. This one is rumored to drop in the next few weeks. I read he's supposed to be on WrestleMania coming up soon. And so they said that's probably where we're going to see that shoe and some sort of drop for it. So any thoughts on the all pink Bad Bunny buckle low?
Yeah, I mean, perfect for springtime, perfect for Easter. As we know, Easter's coming up in the next couple of weeks.
Mm-hmm.
I personally still like the coffee pair over this pink pair. I don't
Yep.
have anything against the color pink. I just think that the coffee pair hit a little bit better. Uh,
Yeah.
Aside from that, I mean, I do think it's a little too soon for him to already be dropping his second colorway in a shoe like this.
Yeah.
In the same silhouette, different colorway, I think it's a little too soon.
Yeah.
As we're going to see, I mean, previous rappers, they usually take their time with constructing something new or dropping their second colorway on the second silhouette. But congratulations, nonetheless. I mean, it's a awesome thing to do. To drop not only one but two shoes with one brand. So congrats to him. And I mean, I stopped watching wrestling a long time ago, but it's cool that he's going to be dropping it during WrestleMania, which is like a worldwide recognized sporting event. As big as the Super Bowl. Well, maybe not as big as the Super Bowl, but it's a big sporting event
Yeah.
for that type of audience. So it definitely makes sense. He was actually on a wrestling episode a couple weeks back, so it only makes sense.
Right. Yeah. And I think the same thing. You hit it on the head. I think this is probably one of the first like real like they're getting into Easter now. Like we're gonna see a ton of just Easter rollout now. So this pink one is the first of that in my opinion, or what I think. But it's an interesting shoe. I'm coming along more to the buckle and looking at this one. I think I didn't like the brown one as much because of the mixture of the colors they used, and I just didn't like all the different browns. But this one with the pink, not that I like it anymore, but the buckle is starting to make a little bit more sense, and I like that a little bit more on the look. But yeah, so look out for that coming soon. As always, stay tuned to the Crease Podcast Instagram page and whatnot, and we will definitely fill you in on that. Halfway through our rappers kicks, we'll get into number 3, ASAP. So ASAP Nast, he signed with Reebok last year. He's got a classic leather legacy this time around. This one has a purple mesh upper on the entire shoe, and it's got brown Reebok detailing throughout. It will be releasing April 2nd for $100. Pretty basic shoe, very casual. What do you think about this one?
It's pretty sweet looking. I think
Yeah.
it looks pretty neutral altogether. I'm not sure if this is correct, but does that look like corduroy in the toe box in the upper?
Ooh, don't get me lying. Don't get me lying. I think it might be corduroy. Definitely says it has a mesh upper, but wouldn't shock me.
Okay, if it's mesh, then let it be mesh. But I like the pattern of the mesh. It does look very corduroy like. Uh,
Gotcha.
the purple is a great touch. Again, very springtime. So not a bad collaboration. I think the wrong silhouette. I'm not a big fan of the legacy.
I
Uh,
agree.
again, man, it's great to see like these musicians taking over the shoe industry. For a long time, it's just basketball players or your favorite athletes, but it's great to see musicians coming through and really helping push the agenda of the sneaker culture. So, shout
Right. Yeah, and I'm sure he's been working on plenty of music and stuff, but I know he's been deep into the fashion game at least the last few years. Following him on social media and stuff. But yeah, it's a very neutral looking shoe. I would rock this. I think this is one you could rock like every now and then, just because it's so casual and it could go with a lot of stuff. But I'm not going to stress out if I don't get these. The one thing I will say, and I just don't know how much creativity they give to a first time collabor, but I always say, like, if you're gonna get a collab, go balls to the wall. And he went very light on this one, but like I said, this one more feels like Reebok might have been like, here's your options, what would you like? Not like, here's your shoe, do what you please. You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes less is more, man. Sometimes
Yep.
less is more. So, you never know what he could do for his next year.
Yeah.
Let's
Hope he close it out.
and see if his namesake will carry over the shoe sales enough. I'd love to see somebody work with like a D Brown, like an Omni Light pump. Those dropped. That'd be dope. See like a collaboration on those, or a Shack Attack, something like that. That'd be dope to see. But given what he was given, I'm sure that he could do a little bit more next time.
For sure, for sure. All right, and last but not least on our rappers kicks for this week, and we already talked about it a little bit. We prefaced it, but Air Max Day last week, I think the big shocker of the day was that we got a panel on our sneakers, our favorite app on the world, sneakers, about a Travis Scott Air Max. So right on the heels of us getting the Jordan 1, we are now rumored for or not rumored, because they put it on that mug, so we're going to get it at some point. But there is an Air Max, looks like an Air Max 1 that we should be set up to get. That should be Travis Scott themed, collabed. So what do you think? I know they just said that they were releasing more information down the road and stuff. We got to see a few little clips. There's a lot of desert clips, stuff like that, Travis Scott-esque things. So what do you think about how they rolled that all out?
Oh man. The mock-ups, if this shoe looks like anything like the mock-ups, I hate to say it, but it does not look good. I'm just not a super big fan of this.
That's not good.
The other Air Maxes that have come out in the past. There's nothing more to really predict about the shoe. Of course, we knew the backward sweep was going to be there. We knew the brown hues were going to be there. It's just traditional Travis type of markings. The Air Max 1 is probably one of those more protected silhouettes. I hate to say even more protected than an Air Jordan 1. I don't think it's one of those things that you really just play with like that. And you really switch it up like in that type of fashion. There's been so many collaborators on the Air Max 1, not just the Air Max 1, also Air Jordan 1, but with an Air Max 1, I don't think I've ever seen anybody take the swoosh and put it somewhere else where it didn't.
Yeah.
So well, I'll still be trying to get it, of course. I gotta stay up to date with the hype, but this will probably be in the back end of some of my favorite Travis shoes. I think this would be probably last place.
Damn, that's interesting. Yeah, that's Nike's taking notes when you talk about Air Maxes, so they're probably running to the lab to fix all that up right now. But yeah, I'm looking forward to. Did you think that when you saw it midday? Did you expect a drop?
At least at 7 p.m., 7:13.
Right, you expected it that day though, right? Like this, they just literally were just like, hey, we got this, works.
We got this coming. I'm like, okay, so they're gonna either do a shock drop with like very minimal stock, first time runners, wear testers type of thing. But of course, they didn't drop anything at all. I remember back in the day when they did shock drops, like they had like scratch cards that you can do on the sneakers apps. I was looking for some sort of like activity that you can do on the app in order to do it. Of course, the Nike website was taken over all day. If you signed in, they had a passport. So maybe if you went to like all the cities that he's ever toured at, something like that, something to that extent. There was nothing to be found. So I stayed until midnight just going back.
I was there at 11:50, like any second now. Any second now.
Yeah. Yeah, it did keep us on our toes all day about about a potential shock drop, but
Mhm.
nonetheless, it never happened. So yeah,
Big L.
yeah, kind of a big L on the sneakers that day. Uh, I mean, they also did a shock drop on the evolution of icons.
Yeah,
Uh,
they do. We didn't mention that.
yeah, that one they did a shock drop on that. That one hurt. That was one that I was really looking forward to.
That was gone. Them
But
things were gone ASAP. But yep, so that can wrap that up. So Travis Scott's Air Max One. We're gonna see it eventually, but that's all of our rappers kicks for the day. So let us know in the comments which rapper you think got the hottest stuff coming out soon and why it's not Bad Bunny. So moving on, the next one, the only other shoe we got for fresh out the box here is gonna be our guy King Griffey and his baseball season coming back around. So King Griffey, the Griffey Max One, the shoe we've been seeing a lot, everybody's favorite model from him. I think we saw the freshwaters and a couple other colorways come out recently, but over the weekend we did get a sighting of the Jackie Robinson themed Griffey Max One. So first, we're like super late on Jackie Robinson getting a theme shoe. He should have been had a theme shoe or something, but we don't have a date for this one yet. Jackie Robinson Day is April 15th, so that is coming up soon. Baseball season will be in swing by then, so I think we'll be looking at around that time period if there's not like a pushback situation. But this shoe is going to be all black. It's got gray detailing up top with the Nike swoosh. It's got Jackie's 42 on the side strap. Love that little side strap on the Griffey Max One. And then other than that, it does have the quote, "There's not an American in this country free until every one of us is free." That is along the strap, along the front of the shoe. So man, the shoe hits, bro. I love this model. I'm like a huge fan of this model, but I'm just being a baseball fan and everything. I think this is, I mean, they, no pun intended, they knocked this one out the park.
of course, no, that pun fits directly perfect. It I like the leather makeup of it. Most of the shoe is sometimes like nylon or it could be mesh as well. I think they're using like premium quality material to make this one. I think they know this one's very special. I wouldn't be surprised if a shock drop on Jackie Robertson Day. Um, it would have been a great Black History Month drop as well. Uh, April 15th is also tax day. So I can see people, filing their taxes on the very last moment and still picking these up as well. Um, but yeah, shout out Nike for commemorating Jackie Robinson if they haven't done so already. And I'm looking forward to seeing what this shoe looks like in hand. Surprisingly enough, now the Air Griffey Max, uh, they don't sit on shelves anymore. We got a lot of connoisseurs nowadays where people are, just, oh yeah, I used to wear this when I was a kid. I was like, well, when I literally was a kid, I was wearing these. So
Literally, y'all don't understand.
like you are 20 years too late. Not to say there's a cap on the sneaker culture, but make room for us younger people to go ahead and get our hands on these. But nonetheless, shout out Nike for Jackie Robinson shoe, and looking forward to seeing it in hand.
Yeah, it's super duper fire, and yeah, very much looking forward to that. I think those are usually 170, so I'd expect about the same price tag on those. But yeah, we'll update you on those, and that's going to be it for Fresh Out of the Box for episode 44 of the Creased podcast. Moving into the second half of the episode, we will jump into Order Confirmed. This is everything that's dropped within the past week. We'll start off hot out the gate. Monday morning.
Yeah, Monday morning. Yeah,
Golly.
some more dunk talk. Monday morning was the medium curries as well as the women's college navies, very UConn-ish. If you take a look at that. So of course, I think we talked about the medium curries on a previous episode. I think they came right after the dark russets.
Yeah.
Uh, when they released in the U.S., they did a reverse. The dark russets came out first, and now we have the medium curries. Of course, this is just a very light brown uh, type of top haze kind of colorway when it comes to these sneakers, as well as the women's college navy. Of course, UConn is one of the most recognized women's collegiate basketball programs. So it makes sense to come out in this women's way, in this colorway for women.
Right.
Um, so each of them dropped again on Monday morning for $100 a piece. I would have loved to have a pair of those medium curries, and for sure, I think that makes the most sense. Did you like either one of these?
Yeah, I need to add that to my L meter. I currently do not have the medium curries. I ain't even gonna lie to you, and I'm gonna sound like big cap right here, but I no doubt think this is one of my favorite dunks of the year so far. The medium curry. I just love the color on it. I think it works really well. It mixes really well. Yeah, so I'm gonna own this shoe. Uh, the last one I said that about that I wish that I'm still like every day checking the price on is the ceramic dunk lows. So the two of those are kind of in the same boat for me. They're just they're a little bit odd, but they just work with my style and everything. So I do plan on getting those at some point. The college navies, I'm not too upset that they're not releasing those in our sizes. However, with the navy, I do find this is like the best color mix with navy. So either white or gray. I feel not just because I'm wearing this right now, but like literally, I feel like that's the best option to go with navy. I know the Astros fans are probably upset with me, but like definitely gray and navy looks hard, super hard, and you hit it on the head with the Yukon thing. Shout out to those ladies still out there in the dance, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, those came out on Monday for the 29th for 100 each. If you got any extra medium curries in a size 12, we are looking for 2 donations any day of the week. So we can move on from the dunk talk into Big Easy. One time this week. So Big Easy also Monday morning. You want to get into this one?
As we know, Mr. recently confirmed billionaire Kanye West coming back off of another successful weekend of sneaker releases. I feel like he dropped like every 4 or 5 days now. He's just dropping a new colorway out the blue. This divorce must be kicking his ass. He's coming out with a new desert boot. It's going to be called the Top Blue. It's one of those shoes that two-toned. Top half looks like it's brown. Bottom half looks like it's dipped in a blue paint, if so, esque. Very reminiscent of those of like past color. I think that was like a big thing back in like the late tens, like the late 2010s, like it up. A lot of people were taking the front half of their shoes and just dipping it into paint, and really causing a ruckus. This time around, it's dipped at the bottom portion, which really also doesn't make any more sense. These released on Monday morning for a very meaningless $250, back pocket change type of deal. This was not on my radar. This was off of my radar completely.
Yeah.
What was your thing? Did you like these? Was this something like
Did I like
off the box?
No, I didn't like these. You beat me to the Kanye being single joke, so great job on that. But this is the Tout Blues, but it looked like blue tape. Like literally, it looks like the blue tape that when you paint and you're trying to section off an area, it looks like someone just laid it on there and was like, perfect. Uh, yeah. So that's what it looks like to me. Other than that, like, yeah, it looks literally like someone stepped in a construction site that was just being painted or something. It looks wrong. It doesn't look super tight to me or anything like that. Does it shock me at this point that he's putting this out for $250? No. Will I be anywhere near these? Absolutely not, bro. Like, you could take these literally, like a construction dude could buy these, take them to work, and nobody would be like, damn, those are fire. They'd be like, you got more boots today. You know what I'm saying?
Looks like you came to work.
Yeah. Looks like you came to work. Exactly.
Yeah, put on your top hat. We're about to shovel some dirt.
My top hat and my top blue.
Yes, sir. So if you have those and you wanted them, I'm happy for you. Last but not least, on order confirmed, we have the women's Air Jordan 9 Change the World. This released today, the 31st. It's the last day of International Women's Month. This is a multicolored Air Jordan 9. It's been on the sneakers app, I feel like, forever. It's released for $250. Of course, it comes in women's sizing, so I don't think it was available. I'm not sure if they had extended sizes on these, but this shoe really just it reminds me of that Martin shoe that they dropped a couple years ago, based off the TV
Mhm,
show Martin. It was
mhm.
a very multicolor esque shoe on a Jordan 9, different panels, different colors. Great. I'm happy that Jordan Brand is looking out for women, and they are recognizing women in sports and just women globally all around. So it's a great take on it. I just think it's a little too busy. I think there are better ways of commemorating women.
Yeah.
But if the women are all for it, then I'm all for it as well. Um, but you will not see me in this colorway. Nope. What's your take on this, Trey?
I mean, that's 100% correct. As a dude, if these came in dude sizes, I would not be looking out for these. But um, you're right. There's a lot going on, and the left shoe, if I'm not mistaken, is like blue and green, whereas the right shoe is like red and orange, right? In the front and back panels. So could they have just gone, one color on one shoe, one color on the other shoe, and it might look a little bit better, possibly, right? But as you mentioned, bro, whoever made it, I'm sure they liked it a lot, and by all means, put that out, and I hope it sells very much so. $250 a little high for a nine, but
A little high for a nine.
yeah, a little high for a nine. But yeah, those are the Jordan women's Air Jordan 9 changed the world. Looking forward to, I mean, if you got them, hashtag Creased Pod, because we're definitely trying to see them. So let us know, ladies. We're definitely trying to check those out. So moving into our last segment of the day, our always TBD sponsored tracking order. So first thing first, we want to shout out. I know we talked about during All Star Weekend, the last shoe from All Star Weekend. I feel like these are just like still coming out. We had the Kobe drop recently, like 3 weeks after All Star, and now we're like a month later. But the Foamposite one, All Star, all black, glow in the dark bottom, that comes out on the 3rd. So we've talked about that one. Go back and check the last episode if you don't know about that one. Coming up first though on tracking order this week, the 3rd is a big day, bro. Like the 3rd is probably one of the biggest days of the year so far.
Everything drops on the third.
Yeah, starting with the Air Jordan 12 low Easter. I mean, this is like a super duper duper Easter shoe, all white upper, light blue outsole on the bottom, light blue detailing. I mean, not much to say about this one. This is, your UNC type of colorway situation, but as Easter as it gets, right?
Yeah. I'm just not a huge fan of the 12 low. Probably going to get a lot of backlash for saying something of the sort. This shoe in particular also does not scream Easter to me. I like
Mm,
UNC, very stylish. They could have mixed in some other colors in here in order to make it a little bit more.
some yellow, some
Yeah,
yellow or something.
yeah, yellow, a little yellow on the upper, and then blue at the bottom, and then pink stitching or pink laces. That would have really
Stitch,
just set it off.
pink
Yeah,
stitch.
so they need to think
Dang.
a little bit outside the box. I think they did a better job on the Super Bowl 12 lows than they did on this one in particular. So, and 190 is pretty cheap to ask for a low top version of any shoes. You really have to sell it, and I really don't think JB is. I don't think springtime JB is really what we're looking forward to this year. I think the only thing most people are looking forward to may be those hyper royal ones, but that's for another episode. Uh, but yeah, no, this is like a 5 out of 10 for me.
Woo. Yeah. No, I like the shoe. I like the Jordan. I like most of the low models, to be honest with you. I don't really have too many problems with most of them, but this one's it's a clean colorway. It's like as crispy as possible, very much white, like paper white throughout the whole thing, and I would destroy these, but uh cool shoe. I don't I think you hit it on 190 if they were 170, 165, which we'll never see ever again. But if they were like 170, then I would probably think about it a little bit harder. At 190, I'm going to wait and see, how low can we go on those for sure. But I wouldn't mind having those in the collection. I wouldn't.
I
Or rock
mean,
an Oilers jersey with them or something.
and these just they're not coming home.
My man said they go into the court and that's it.
That's it. That's the only place where they.
That's a sprained ankle while you at it. But we can move on to this next one. You want to bring us in on this dunk?
Just like these 12s, the Wasted Youth will definitely come in straight. So Nike Dunk SB Low collaboration with the Wasted Youth, set to drop on the 6th for $110. The uppers reconstructed. The uppers constructed of black leather and denim. The insoles read "Don't bother me anymore," as well as "I don't need your support." Uh,
Hmm.
Wasted is embroidered on the heels, on the left and right heel tabs, as well as a rose on the medial side, just like the roses on these undercovers that we just displayed. Um, Man, honestly, it's just another all black SB Dunk low to me. I think the Medicoms were a little bit better, in my opinion. The
For sure.
paneling was better. I think this mislodged or misplaced paneling is very,
Stupid.
yeah, it does not look good in my opinion. It looks very rock starish. So I mean, yeah, no, this in a leather jacket would look cool, but I don't think anything else would look cool. So,
All right, whatever you say, Fonzie. But like,
Fonzie-esque. I'm not really rocking these every day. And these are going on the resale table.
yeah, yeah, for sure. I'm not too much with these either. I read a little bit. The guy Verdi from Wasted Youth, he has a few different monikers, a few different companies, if I'm not mistaken. He was most recently noticed for the Girls Don't Cry 2019 Dunk Low. It was an all red Dunk Low. It's uber fire. I guarantee if you looked at it and you were into shoes 2 years ago, then you would recognize it. But so this is like his next one with Wasted Youth, which is another one of his side company kind of things. I think it's an interesting look. It looks like those people that are going like really too hard on the jeans, like patching up holes on the jeans and like putting extra cloth on jeans and stuff. That's like, I feel like that's exactly where he just saw somebody's pants and was like putting that on a shoe. So that's kind of what I see for this Wasted Youth Nike Dunk Low. Yeah, not too. I'm gonna try for it. Strictly probably for resale, to be honest with you. But and for to be honest with you, I'm gonna try for it for this unboxing video. So I'm doing it for you, the fans. And other,
I will say that the rose really does set it off. If the whole medial side was a rose, I think it'd be a little bit more fire. I think if
if
the whole
if they just added some more red, period.
but yeah, it's really just like that. They have like that toe cap on there now,
It's
and
like leather.
yeah, it doesn't really just sit well with me. But
Nah.
yeah, no, I would trade them. I would trade them for something I really wanted.
Like, you know what, too? Like the Yeezy we talked about earlier, how the paint came up to a certain point. It's like the leather comes up to a certain point, and then it's just patches of denim and like more patches of leather. And it's like, why, bro? Why?
Everything. It's very juvenile. It looks very juvenile. But
I'd like to get like a skater's opinion on this one.
yeah, you know what? But they're gonna say it's gonna shred. It's gonna look awesome, and
Probably. Yeah.
ollies and kickflips in it. So, yeah, man, if you're a skater and you got an early pair on hand, go ahead and tag us and let us see
Fine.
shred it.
Yeah.
We want to see you shred it.
Yeah. Shredded. Southside Geo. Hit us up. We need them.
So, last but not least, we have the NBA's MVP candidate, most hated man in Houston, Texas, James Harden, Volume 5, Future Naturals. This is the support colorway. This is set to drop on the 3rd for $190. This has a very it has flower and clouds construction all apart. The upper pink detailing, gold three stripes, and ice blue translucent outsole on the outside. Um, I'm gonna be honest. I think the Volume 5 is probably his best shoe yet, and I think this is a very good springtime-ish colorway, very Easter-like. If you name these the Easters, I wouldn't be upset about that either. Um, I don't know, man. For me, these strictly scream on court only. They don't scream
Yeah.
casual whatsoever. So that's what I think just about any of the James Harden shoes altogether. So will I see myself on court wearing these? Yes, probably.
Probably. Yeah, it definitely has that Harden 3 look where it's like a little bit more high top and you look more locked in and stuff like that. So I could definitely see myself hooping in a pair of these. This pair in particular is wild. I don't know what him and KD be talking about when they're putting their shoes together, but they be on some other stuff. And also, if this was the Harden support, he should have just put like Blake Griffin's face on there and LaMarcus Aldridge's face on there and Jeff Green face on there. since, they, since they need all the support, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, LeBron's only 36, man. There's only so much you can do. So
Yeah, you're not wrong. 190 for the shoe though. No, I'm not paying 190 for a shoe with flowers on it. I'm sorry, dog.
no, not at.
No, I mean,
How much did you pay for those undercovers?
I did pay a lot for these, and there's one flower on it, so you're right. But like this one, that one right there though, that's some other stuff, dog. And I said it earlier when we were talking about it though, and I'm not like dogging or nothing, but like this was a JoJo Siwa collab.
Oh wow, dang!
This, this is a JoJo Siwa collab, bro.
For all you Nickelodeon kids out there,
Watch our show.
so if you're under 12 and you're watching this, go ahead and cop these James Harden volume.
Yeah, try not to roast me too hard.
No. So that concludes episode 44 of the Creased podcast. If you made it to this portion of the video, we love you. We appreciate you. We couldn't do this without you. If you haven't already, make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe. Make sure you put our network in with all your other networks and let people know what we're doing out here. We really appreciate the support. Trey, you got anything for the people, man?
No, sir. No, sir. Happy to be back. Episode 44 coming up on the big 5-0 soon, man. Yeah, so it's been fun, but stay tuned. Keep following, keep subscribing. Tell all your friends. Hit us up if you need some stickers or something. We got you. And yeah, thank y'all for tuning in, and we will see y'all for episode 45, boy.
And like always, ain't no half stepping around here. So we will catch y'all for that episode 45 in due time. Until then, be safe and peace.
Peace.